And look who's coming up.
Let's check out some top shelf fantasy night performances before we get into TradeMaster3000. And look at Spencer Strider. That is not a typo. 27 points for the Rum Runners. Like, that is a reason to have a drink and celebrate. Massive night for the Rum Runners pitcher, Spencer Strider. The Brave starter went 8 shutout innings, striking out 16. Gave up just 2 hits. And with the quality start, that's a 27-point night. Holy mackerel. That is impressive.
He's hot. He is hot. Keep feeding that guy.
Yeah, impressive. Feed him. Like, if you could get him out again, they would. That's awesome. 3rd time he's reached double digits in Ks this year. I read somewhere that it was the 5th time, but I only saw 3, but that's awesome. Logan Gilbert of the Mariners in Central Cayman. That's still an awesome night. 20 points. Off 6 innings, no earned runs, quality start, gets the win through 9 Ks as well, just 2 hits. Pitchers were really good last night. Kyle Bradish of the Orioles. Another win for the Birds. 15-point night for Cavalry. 7 innings, no earned runs, just like Gilbert. Gets the quality start to win, 5 Ks, did walk 3 and gave up 2 hits. And Christian Walker of the Diamondbacks and the Woodpeckers goes 2 for 3 with a home run, scores a run, 2 RBIs, and a walk. So those are your top fantasy performers of the night. Big night for Spencer Strider. That is a Braves record for strikeouts. So that's, I'd have to go look back in the every night, and I don't know when you would have time for that, but that's got to be close to a record for the UFLB. I'm gonna think it is anyway. All right, we're gonna have a little bit of fun right now with something we used to do on TSN 1260. Mara says, Larry is the head of my life. Sorry, I can't really read that name properly, but Larry does everything at this place. Let me tell you that. He is, he's Mr. Everything when it comes to Ultimate Franchise Fantasy Sports. I do not know, I would not like to know where we would be without Mr. Larry Fisher. Anyway, right now, let's get to it. TradeMaster3000. You suggest trades, we feed it to the beast spits it out, and usually it's salty and sometimes downright insulting. Like it sometimes is just, it could be quite rude actually. So let's fire it up right now. Told you, it's an old computer. It's like from 1980. Seriously, it's really, really old. So, we're looking at trades that you have submitted. Okay, so this trade came in, and these can be fantasy trades. They can be real-life trades. The more outrageous, the better responses from the TradeMaster 3000. This is the first trade submitted. Jonathan Taves to Winnipeg with 50% retained from the Blackhawks. Chicago is getting a boatload. Christian Vesalainen, Dmitry Richevsky, a conditional 24 first-round pick, and the condition is Taves re-signing in Winnipeg. If not, Chicago receives a third-round pick. So Vesalainen, Richevsky, and a conditional first-round pick with Chicago retaining 50%. All right, let's feed the beast. Okay, the response for the Winnipeg Jets is...
I like it a lot.
TradeMaster3000 likes that trade. Now, from the Chicago Blackhawks,
Child, please.
Ooh, TradeMaster3000 does not like that from the Chicago Blackhawks side of things. I guess they're wanting more from Captain Sirius. They want more value for the guy that has led them to multiple Stanley Cups. So, what do you think of that trade? Would you do that trade? Submit your thoughts on our Twitch chat or hit me up on Twitter at Duck Millard at UFSN or UFS Network. Getting the next trade. Takes a while for TradeMaster3000. He needs a break after every trade pretty much because it's so old. We'll get the next one going there. All right, TradeMaster3000. The next trade we have is, ooh, it's a big one. It's a three-way deal, TradeMaster3000.
Huge. That's huge.
So we have this one submitted to TradeMaster3000 to Edmonton. Patrick Kane with 75% retained. 50% by Chicago, 50% by Seattle, and Carson Soucy. Chicago gets Jesse Puljujarvi, Slater Koekkoek, Dmitry Samorukov, Matvei Petrov, and Edmonton's 2023 first-round pick, which is lottery protected. Seattle comes out of this deal with Tyson Barrie, Phil Kemp, Stanislav Denim, and Jake Wise. Wow, that's a big, big trade. TradeMaster3000?
Well, we're waiting.
Okay, so Edmonton gets Patrick Kane with 75% retained. I don't know how 50 and 50 works. So it's got to be like, so half, so 35 or whatever. Yeah, my math is terrible. Okay, so the Oilers are getting Kane and Carson Soucy, and 75% is being retained for the Oilers.
All right.
TradeMaster3000 likes that. The Chicago Blackhawks, but this is what the Blackhawks are getting. So is TradeMaster3000 okay with the Oilers giving up Puljujarvi, Slater Koekkoek, Dmitry Samorukov, Petrov, and a lottery-protected pick?
60% of the time, it works every time.
Okay, don't really know what that means. Didn't really answer our question, TradeMaster3000, but I'll ask you again. Is that enough for Patrick Kane?
Denied.
Ooh, TradeMaster3000 wants more for Chicago when it comes to Patrick Kane. So what about from the Seattle point of view? What's happening with that trade and the Seattle Kraken? Trying to find it here. Okay, TradeMaster3000, what do you think about the deal for the Kraken?
Dynamite!
Likes that deal. Yeah, you get Tyson Barrie. So it's not enough for Chicago from TradeMaster3000 to make that deal. It's good with Edmonton and good with Seattle. So throw some trades in the Twitch channel. Need a few more deals to get going here on TradeMaster3000 as we feed the beast once again. So this last deal, TradeMaster likes it for Edmonton, doesn't like it for Chicago, thinks there needs to be more from Chicago's to Chicago, and likes it for Seattle. And again, I apologize. Sometimes TradeMaster3000 can get very, very salty. Let's take a look at this one now. This is an actual trade that went down in the Ultimate Fantasy Hockey League. The Royals get Ryan Lomberg. They give up Liam Foudy, John Farinacci, and Nick Ritchie. Now, from the Royals' point of view, they get Ryan Lomberg. Let's see what TradeMaster3000 thinks of that.
It's some bullcrap.
Oh, it does not like that deal. I don't think it likes that it gave up as much as it gave up. The Royals gave up as much. Now, what about from a Mystics point of view? Did they get enough for Ryan Lomberg?
I said we got a winner.
There we go. Mystics win that trade according to TradeMaster3000. Now, I will say this. We had Ryan Lomberg. I'm not sure what we got for him. I think we had him in our minors and then brought him up. So long ago. There's been so many trades since then. So, anyway, keep sending in your trades. These are the ones that were sent into us earlier on Twitter or on Instagram. Oh, Gord of Thunder says, really missed that bit with you and Hernan Salas. Always made my night. Thanks very much. That was on Twitter. It was so much fun, Hernan and I doing this. Yeah, and let's get back to it. But anyway, if you have trades to submit, throw them in the chat or hit me up on Twitter at Duck Millard. TradeMaster3000 continuing here on twitch.tv/Ultimate Fantasy Sports. Okay, look at this one. Whew. This was a massive, massive deal in the Ultimate Fantasy League baseball.
Huge. That's huge.
That's a massive deal, Paris. I agree. It's funny how TradeMaster3000 sounds like, because just imitate anybody. So the Wheat Sox, which is one of the awesome, best logos out there, they get Francisco Lindor, the Rat Man of New York, who was awful last year, much better this year. Zach Jackson, Jamea Jones, DeMarcus Evans. The Sluggers get Marcus Stroman, Miguel Rojas, Tommy LaStella, Sergio Romo, Tristan Casas, Manuel Beltre, Dylan Beavers, and Jonathan Maya. So, I know Lindor has been better. Fox point of view?
Missed it by that much.
I know you're getting Lindor. I know he's been better, but it's a lot of money. Francisco Lindor makes a lot of money. And this is a salary cap. It's not a salary cap. It's a luxury tax league. So if you go over the luxury tax at the end of the year, you got to pay the fine. Now, from a Space Sluggers point of view, let's hear what this trade, what TradeMaster3000 thinks of this trade.
What are you people? On dope?
Well, I know why, because TradeMaster3000 does not like Marcus Stroman. I actually like that trade for the Space Sluggers. I'm not a Stroman fan. I like it for everything else. So, like, if I took Marcus Stroman out of the deal,
Over the line!
can't even do that. So that deal's going to have to stay in there. So I don't mind it, but TradeMaster3000 doesn't like it. And I know Lindor, and there's some good pieces there, but that's also a big deal. That's a massive, massive deal that went down in UFLB. All right, one more that was submitted to us. Let's get this one going.
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
All right, this is a trade. Obviously, something like this would never happen. To the Oilers, Jimmy Carson, Martin Jelena, 1989, 1990, 1993 first-round pick, and $15 million cash. And to the Los Angeles Kings, Wayne Gretzky, Marty McSorley, and Mike Krushelnyski. Now, obviously, this trade would never happen. Let's see what TradeMaster3000 thinks.
Am I hot? Yeah, I'm hot. That's a crock of crap.
Well, he doesn't like that, obviously. Not very big trade. So, from an Oilers point of view, what do you think of this trade?
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Yeah. Peter Pocklington failing to communicate with everybody. You know, you try to get a hold of Pocklington about this deal, this is what you get.
Let me think it over, will you, Charlie? I got a guy on the other line about some white walls. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, Pocklington was not calling Charlie back to talk about that deal. So, TradeMaster3000, not a big fan of trading Gretzky.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
0.0.
Now, for the King's perspective, that's a much different story.
I'd buy that for $1.
Or $15 million, as it was in that trade. But the LA Kings were loving it.
All right.
Put hockey on the map.
60% of the time, it works every time.
And now we have a team as Arizona.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
That is playing in front of 5,000 fans.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
All right.
That really got out of hand fast.
It did get out of hand. TradeMaster3000 has that effect. It can get out of hand. So I'd love for you to submit some trades. Every Friday, we will play TradeMaster3000, where you submit trades. We feed it to TradeMaster3000, and we get salty responses.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.